How's it going, people? So this is Superman #1, the first issue of Bendis's ongoing run on the Superman title. Um, so I don't know how long he's gonna be on Superman. Um, right now, I'm gonna say I hope it's not too long. Um, not because this issue is particularly horrible, but because of the damage that Man of Steel did. So I think the reason that this book um, doesn't sit better is because I know what happened in the Man of Steel miniseries, and I think that's kind of how it was for other people too. And just real fast, I'm apologizing for the poor audio quality. Um, I left my mic upstairs, and I don't feel like going and getting it. So sorry about that. And also, I want to thank everybody for the 20 subscribers. That's pretty cool, although I think it's back down to 19 now, but I can say I made it to 20, so I'm happy about that. I wish I could find a way to make these videos a bit better quality instead of just having the quantity, because I think I need both. And, you know, you subscribers deserve both. But I'm not really sure how to do that right now at this stage of the game. So I'll probably do more videos up in my room because that has better lighting, and I think there's more of a setting there than just a table. um, so I don't know, I might do that, but anyway, I'm gonna review this book now. It starts off with Superman flying into space, trying to find his family. But which, by the way, this paper is really, really nice. It's kind of like the paper they had in the 90s. You remember how glossy it used to be, and I would always have to readjust it for the glare. But look, there's no glare. The light is right there, and there's hardly any glare on it. It's not like the glossy stuff that was in here before. So I really hope they keep going with this paper because it's really awesome. So it gives a recap of what happened in the Man of Steel and basically how Superman was a total loser for the entire time. He wasn't able to do anything against Rogozar. He wasn't able to stop his dad from taking his family. He wasn't able to keep his family from leaving, his son from leaving. And Supergirl is the one who ended up banishing Rogozar to the Phantom Zone. Who came up with that idea? Or, I guess, put the idea into action, even though Superman already thought about it. So that's why this book, right off the bat, has a bad taste, because everything that we hated from the Man of Steel just comes right back in and is a reminder of everything that went wrong. So even where this scene could have been enjoyable, because it is kind of a cool scene, he finds the Dominators and wrecks them, which is cool and everything. We still have this in the back of our mind of, well, he kind of sucked in the last one. So it's kind of like there's two different Supermans that we see here and throughout the book. So there's this Superman who's hard and determined, and he's able to see the Dominators invading from like 764 million miles. Yeah, 746 million miles away, and he gets there, in one panel, and he takes out the entire armada in 3. Really, honestly, yeah, just 3 panels. So there's this Superman who's super powerful and is like Superman should be. But then there's this Superman, you see that expression? This Superman who is kind of a loser, who's sitting around at home with his shirt unbuttoned even though he's got his Superman costume on, remembering the great times he had with Lois, who's now parading around space with his dad and son. And then you have this, where John is a total brat, and he doesn't do anything about it. He just sits there and mopes. So there's the kind of two different Supermans going on there. And by the way, I'm very angry with Bendis for changing John. Bendis doesn't have any freaking respect at all for other people's works. Peter J. Tomasi made it very clear that John is a good kid. That's how Tomasi wrote him. And I think for most people, Tomasi's run on the Super Son is the definitive version of John Kent. Tomasi has been writing the whole Superman family since Rebirth started, since we really got introduced to this version of the character. And he's always been a good kid. That's what made him so refreshing, is he's a good, respectful kid. So for Bendis to come in and start making him this LOL so random, bratty, flippant little jerk face is really disrespectful to Peter J. Tomasi and disrespectful to the fans, because everybody liked John. And people are not happy that he's changed. When I say people, I mean, you know, the YouTubers I watch, like Diversity in Comics, Yellow Flash, you know, and the rest of them. I don't know any people personally that actually follow Superman. I have two friends in real life who who follow comics, kind of. One of them is into comics but hasn't followed them for probably 5 years. And then my other friend, who actually met up with today, follows more of the Marvel Comics side. So, I mean, at least he follows them, and, you know, we can talk about comics and everything. But I definitely, as you guys know, I follow more of the DC stuff. So when I say people, I'm talking about people on YouTube, because I don't really talk to anybody else who is into comics. What are you gonna do? So anyway, yeah, that's just very frustrating. Oh yeah, he couldn't even stop his home from being destroyed. So he has to go get a crystal and grow a new one, and this time he does it in the Bermuda Triangle, which is cool. I mean, I'm fine with it being in the Bermuda Triangle, but it just, the reason that he has to build a new one is just, it's disappointing, and it makes Superman look not very powerful, which again is odd considering that Bendis does show him being very powerful. By the way, I love this art by Ivan Reis. I knew it was going to be good, which is one of the reasons I was, you know, willing to dish out the $4 for this book. I knew the art was going to be really good, and look at that. That is just spectacular. So apparently the new Fortress of Solitude is kind of like an iceberg. So there's like the tip of it that you see and everything, and that alone looks huge, but the rest of it is underwater. So I think that's really cool. So yeah, then we get cut to the Daily Planet newsroom. Now, I've never been in a newsroom, but this is never really what I don't know. Everybody running around and looking like they have something to do. I don't know if that's what most newsrooms would look like. Not around here anyway. I guess maybe in Metropolis. But I don't know. Does anything ever happen in Metropolis that we don't see Superman deal with? I don't know. I guess probably, but... Oh, I think it's kind of funny. This character that Bendis created, whose name is something good, Goode, kind of seems like she's going to be a bad guy. She's not getting any dialogue, which I'm fine with, but I just thought it was kind of funny. So yeah, he calls the fire department to get more information on the fires. But while he's doing that, Martian Manhunter calls him outside. We get this stupid millennial dumb butt looking. So he's gonna go change, right? Like in good Superman fashion. So he's in front of the utility closet. As soon as he passes, this guy passes, he ducks in, and he just rolls his eyes. What the heck? Stupid. So then we get an evil Martian Manhunter. So when I was a kid, I always kind of, before I had seen the Justice League TV show, I kind of assumed that Martian Manhunter was bad because he had red eyes and he just looked, kind of creepy. So I assumed that he was a bad guy. Then when I saw the actual or at least a very not nice good guy. But when I saw the show, and he's actually really this gentle, logical, very peaceful hero. Of course, then I knew. But in this, if this was made into the cartoon, I would have totally been right as a kid. So basically, this whole thing is about Martian Manhunter saying how Earth needs a leader, and that Superman should just take control over it because everybody would want him to do it anyway. Take control over the Earth. It's like, do you not know Superman at all? And again, we get the two kind of versions of Superman. We get the one who's kind of weak and not very powerful, to a Superman that can fly and take out this monster, it looks like in London, no problem, be back to finish the conversation, gets called away again. This time he saves people from a burning building, and then he saves this space shuttle from whoever this monkey gorilla guy is. I don't think that's Gorilla Grodd, but whoever it is. And it's, he does it just like that, But if you read the dialogue, he's just not, he doesn't seem that powerful. I'm so sorry, John. I can't just, well, hold that thought. The world needs what? And John is saying, your leadership. You and I have seen enough to know this world, and as it is, and beautiful as it is, does not work. Then there's some very clearly anti-conservative, I would even say you could get Trump from this, anti-Trump stuff from this, conclude that that's what it is. Someone needs to tell this entire world what they have built here. With borders and money and war, it's garbage. Someone like you, who has seen other, better planets, needs to tell the world we can be so much more than we are. We can be a global community. We can be a galactic community. I'm so glad that at least Martian Manhunter said this and not Superman. If Superman said this, I would be very tempted to rip this book. But because Martian Manhunter said it, which is still very out of character for Martian Manhunter. He's just, he's a peaceful guy, but he's not going to tell Superman to take control of the world. It's just dumb. Okay, we have borders because guess what? Other countries want to destroy us. Like it or not, that's the truth. Guess what? In order to have anything nice, in order for this comic book to be printed, guess what? You need money. And war, guess what? That's what happens when people try to, guess what? Take over the world. You do not get it here? Do you not understand? Really? Whatever. So, yeah, here's the point. Superman is just being like, what, you, me? Lead the world? What? Cringy, very, ugh, I want to punch somebody. And then here's Martian Manhunter, take over all of it and set it toward a future in which hope isn't just an ideal, but a offer yourself. Watch what happens. Watch the world rise up. This is crappy dialogue. So yeah, Superman is like, he's not even like, John, what are you talking about? If this is really what you believe, we need to have a talk. What you're saying, if you're saying what I think you're saying, is not okay. That's how Superman should be reacting, not just, I love you, John, but it was really good to see you. I'll think about it. You look good, John. I'll see you at the meeting, buddy, old pal. So I wanted to make an intro to my channel, so I could post it on the homepage of my channel or whatever. So it wasn't just one of my first videos up there. But then I kind of I messed myself up because I deleted all the videos that I wanted to use stuff from. So that's kind of embarrassing, but maybe one of these days there'll be a good looking trailer up. So yeah, then the last big twist is dun dun dun. The Earth is in the Phantom Zone, which, okay, that might be an okay idea. Somehow Supergirl majorly screwed up and sent the entire Earth into the Phantom Zone. That would be hilarious. But it gets ruined by the dialogue. The Phantom Zone. The entire Earth is in the Phantom Zone. The Phantom Zone, where all of Krypton's most horrible monsters and criminals were banished. The Earth is inside the Phantom Zone. Dot, dot, dot. And, of course, Rogozar is coming back because Bendis and his super big ego, his ego is bigger than his head, which is huge, can't leave his own supervillain in the grave where he belongs. So anyway, that was Superman #1. It was an alright book. I can't say it's a recommend, but if you read it, let me know what you thought. Let me know what you thought of the review. I'll follow it for a while. It's kind of cool if I follow it from issue 1 all the way forward. But isn't that kind of, I don't know. I feel so bad, and I'm angry at myself for not getting Peter J. Tomasi's run, because I could have. Granted, I had a lot going on in life during that time, and I was still adjusting to public school life and everything like that, but Tomasi's run would have been so awesome to have from issue 1 all the way to like issue, I think, 45, somewhere in there. But yeah, man, if I collect this, my first Superman run, collection run, I guess, it's gonna be from Bendis. Whatever. Anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for this one, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I think I'll do a couple wrap-up videos, which I haven't done before, so that'll be new and something different. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Bye.